What is up? This is Jack McNeil, or MLB Talk 123 here. Hope you guys will enjoy this special 2012 postseason edition for baseball. Now, here we go. So, the playoffs, once a year. You see rally towels, you see rallies, you see walk-off wins, and more excitement on a national stage for baseball than you will see throughout the rest of the year. Now, the Nationals go in today playing the Cardinals. The Cardinals, number one, had an opportunity to find out who they potentially could face in the NLCS. You could say that for the Nationals, especially after this game too. So what happened was the Reds got up 2-0 on the Giants, and you probably know this by now. The Giants won 3 games in Cincinnati. Now, the Reds never lost 3 games all year. When did they lose them? First of all, Johnny Cueto got hurt. Second of all, they had a few base running mistakes, mainly Brandon Phillips, Scott Rowland's error, and the Giants were just playing fantastic, inspired, spirited baseball. So that's what happened. Now let's talk about today with the Cardinals. So the Giants are going to the NLCS. Now tonight we're going to see Oakland and the Tigers face off. Let's get to the news at hand. Jayson Werth, it's worth it. Those are the signs that we're seeing all across Washington. Now the Nationals, they have a fantastic chance to win this series. Now, I did think that the Cardinals, I wasn't really sure that they would win today. I'm a Cardinal fan myself. I'm trying not to be biased here. I didn't have a great feeling about today. I wanted them to finish it off very badly, though. Now, this forces a Game 5. Now, you see all the pitchers. Jayson Werth hit a walk-off home run. Now, let's talk about this game here. Game 4. Let's put this in perspective for the Nationals. This is a must-win game for the Nationals, a elimination game at home. This is potentially their first playoff victory in their ballpark and as a Washington Nationals. 3 years ago, they were the worst team in baseball. They had 2 top draft picks in Steven Strasburg and Bryce Harper. They started developing their players. They made some key free agent signings, and they've gotten better and better every year. Now, the Washington Nationals this year have one of the best records in baseball, along with the Reds. Now, the Reds were now eliminated from the playoffs, and we hear that Scott Rowland is probably going to retire. I want to congratulate him on his great major league career, but not a good way to finish it. But anyway, getting back to the Nationals, they had a really good chance to win this series going into it, but the Cardinals had a lot of momentum, a lot of magic, and still have an amazing team, despite their record, losing 10 or 9 games less or more than the Nationals, excuse me. So the Nationals going to the series probably were the favorite, but the Cardinals, they always come up big. They win 2 and 3 in pretty dramatic fashion, I would say, just kind of outslugging the Nationals by far. And Game 4, you have Ross Detwiler facing Kyle Loesch. Kyle Loesch, a 16-game winner, and kind of in the top 5 for Cy Young choices there. He's going to be a free agent. The Cardinals will not re-sign him. I'll tell you that right now. So this is kind of his last chance. Hurrah with the Cardinals, I would say. He had a 4-year contract. He's been a little disappointing in a few years, but other years he's been fantastic. This year's made up for it. 16 and 3, a fantastic year, 2.8 ERA. Now, on the side for the Nationals, you have Ross Detwiler, a young starter. One of their young starters that they've developed, done a great job, along with Jordan Zimmerman. These are guys that have just gotten better and better each year. He's actually served roles as reliever and starter. He pitched a great game today. He really did. He held the Cardinals. The Cardinals had no momentum. They barely had any hits today. And the only time they did get a run was unearned. They got a sac fly, and they had actually an error on a grounder by Ian Desmond. But he made up for that later with a fantastic pop-up catch that would have saved a run in the 9th inning. The Cardinals actually struck out, I think, 8 times in a row versus Tyler Clippard, Jordan Zimmerman, and Drew Storen. Had 2 strikeouts. He walked a guy. Pete Cosmo was running on it, pop-up, and Desmond made a fantastic catch, a tailing ball down on the left field side. He went out in the outfield, and he made a great catch that did save a run. So, as a Cardinal fan, you got to look at, we only scored 1 run. It was unearned. We had really no momentum the whole day. Our pitching did great the whole game. They bring in Lance Lynn. I will say this. Lance Lynn, he's a great pitcher. He really is. But he's been forced to be overused throughout this whole series, which I think he can handle. But when it comes to something like this, he battled, man. He is a battler. He battled 13 pitch at bat, and on the 13th pitch, Jayson Werth hits a home run. Now, he had a great pitching, that whole at-bat. It was just one pitch right down the middle, 96 miles an hour, and you really can't leave that to Jayson Werth and expect him not to hit a home run in that circumstance. So, I have to tip my cap to the Nationals. They deserved this win. They fought hard for it. It was a tie game going into the 9th. They didn't let go. The defense, yes, the error, but it made up for it when he made that catch. Ian Desmond out in the outfield. Definitely saved a run. Ross Detwiler pitched a great game. The relief pitching was a big story. You have a chance in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning for the Cardinals to score runs with guys like Alan Craig, Matt Holliday, Yadier Molina, all the guys that come up big for them. And they had to deal with Tyler Clippard, They had to deal with Jordan Zimmerman and Drew Storen, and all those guys combined struck out 8 out of our 9 batters. Yes, they walked 2 batters in total, but they struck out 8 batters in a row. I mean, 8 straight outs, excuse me, were strikeouts for the Cardinals. So very disappointing end to the game there. Lance Lynn giving up the walk-off home run, and looking forward to tomorrow. You have Gio Gonzalez versus Adam Wainwright. It's going to be a battle. Gio Gonzalez struggled with the strike zone in Game 1 despite the Nationals coming back and actually winning the game. But Adam Wainwright is going to be more determined than anyone. He has been waiting years for this start. Remember, he missed last year. All last year, you got to watch the Cardinals win the World Series. Now he can make history and be a huge part of this Cardinals victory if they do win tomorrow. So hopefully Chris Carpenter can pitch a great game, and congrats to the Washington Nationals for their first postseason victory, especially at the ballpark. Exciting, 44,000 plus fans. Jayson Werth coming through huge for the Nationals. That game will be remembered for a long time, especially if they win tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.